Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedAlliance, and today I'm going to be taking Palezoic Frogs. I know that sounds really interesting, but this deck has actually been surprisingly good, and I knew it was going to be good when I saw it was a Korean exclusive because I've always loved trap monsters. So I finally built it, and it's really actually a lot of fun to play with. So let's get into it, guys. So first off, we're going to play 3 copies of Swap Frog. Our Swap Frog, its special ability is that I can discard a Aqua Monster. I believe it's just an Aqua Monster. No, a Water Monster. Special summon it from your hand, and when it's special summoned, you can send one level 2 or lower Aqua-type Water Monster from your deck to the graveyard. And once per turn, you return one monster you control to your hand to normal summon one frog in addition to your normal summon, which is very good because if you have Dupe Frog in your hand, which you play 3 of, you can normal summon this guy out, which, you know, you just play him out there. And his effect doesn't come into effect that often. Your opponent cannot select another monster as an attack target while this is face up on the field. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one frog monster except Dupe Frog or Frog Gem from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So he lets you grab some other ones back. And he is a searcher, but again, you don't really get his effect off too much. Then we play 2 copies of Ronin Toadin. I consider playing 3, but I just kind of bumped it down to 2. Basically, what he does is you can banish another frog monster from your graveyard. Remove it from play, special summon him from your graveyard, and he can't be used for synchro material. But that's no big deal because we're not going to use him for synchro material. We're just going to use him to overlay into our rank 2 plays, because this is a rank 2 spam deck. And then, finally, this is my spicy tech of the deck. I know some people are playing it, but I'm playing 3 copies. Some people only play 2, but I like to play 3 copies of Barrier Statue of the Torrent. It's very easy to protect in this deck, and it makes it so your opponent and neither player can special summon monsters except for water monsters. And like 9 of them in my extra deck are water monsters, so it's very easy to, you know, protect him with this. And we play everything else in this deck, 31 other cards in this deck or so. Let's see, this is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 29 other cards in this deck are traps, so, I mean, I'm gonna save him. So, anyways, let's get into the trap lineup. That is actually it for the monsters. But it's really a really fun deck. So let me make some room, because we're going to be laying out a crap load of traps. So first off, we play 3 of this Palezoic. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, I'm not even going to try and pronounce them. I'm just going to tell you what they do. You can see them. Because I'm going to butcher that. I'm going to totally butcher that. So basically this one is a Karma Cut. You can discard one card from your hand to target a card on the field and banish it. All the Palezoics have this effect, so I'm not going to go through this for every single one, but all of them have this effect, and I'm going to read it really quick so I get it matter of fact. All the Palezoics have the effect of, once per train, when a trap card is activated, while this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card as a normal monster, Aqua type, water, level 2, 1200 attack, 0 defense. This card is not treated as a trap card. If this card is summoned this way, banish it when it leaves the field. And it is unaffected by monster effects. So that's really neat. But yeah, this one's pretty much a Karma Cut. This one's an MST, essentially. It, you know, lets you target one on the field, and MST a spell or trap card, so really nice. We don't play any spells in this deck at all. This guy lets you draw one card, or discard one Palezoic card, and then draw 2 cards, which is super nice. I like to play him at 3. I've seen a lot of people play him at 2 or so because they don't want to draw so much in this deck. But I made my Palezoic, so I'm drawing constantly, so I can protect this guy a hell of a lot. So I'm playing 3. Then I play 3 copies of, I always call him Canada, but it kind of looks like Canada, but I'm dyslexic as hell, guys. I don't know if you've noticed by now, but I am. His effect is that I can basically book a Moon card, which is really nice. I think I'm starting to get a little north with those. Haha. But they're all bottom dwellers. Anyways, then we play 2 copies of this Palezoic. This guy's effect is that I can send one trap from my deck to the graveyard. So essentially he lines me up for a lot of plays. He allows me to send like another Palezoic that I don't usually use. Like if I've already used him and I don't know I'm not going to get another time that I'm going to use him, I'll send him to grave and then go off with this guy. And then, they start the chain themselves to special summon each other, which is nice. Then I play one copy of this Palezoic. I only play one because his effect is that he halves the attack and defense of one monster. He Gale the Whirlwinds, essentially, and that's it. So you only really need him at one. Then I play one copy of this Palezoic. He is one of the most useless ones. There's one that you don't even play in this deck, but I only play one of him. He essentially makes it so you can target one of your banished cards and put it back in the graveyard. That's it. That's all he does. Then getting into the non-Palezoic trap cards, one copy of Solemn Strike. We only play one copy of Solemn Strike because it is a speed spell 3, so you cannot chain them in the graveyard to it. So I only play one. I play a lot of battle traps, so I play 2 copies of Storming Mirror Force to spin back the monsters that I don't want to attack mine. Like I said, I'm trying to protect my torrents. And with the battle traps protecting it from battle, and then Tree Toad or Totally Awesome protecting it, it makes for a totally awesome deck. I know, all the puns. 3 copies of Wabaku. Wabaku protects, again, battle trap. So I can dig into the deck. I play, personally, 3 Jar of Greeds. I've seen some people drop these, and they've been playing Dimensional Barrier, but with the new Link summons coming out, you don't need it. But I know we're not there yet. I know we're not there yet, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. But we're not there yet. But Jar of Greed, you draw 1 card. It starts a chain, so you can start special summoning all these like crazy. And then 3 copies of Reckless Greed, because with Reckless Greed, they roll, and with playing 3 Reckless and 3 Jar, you're going to dig into your deck, and you're not going to need to draw. You're just not going to. That is a crap load of traps in this deck. This deck is like, you hit me with Royal Decree and I'm dead. I'm super dead. But that's what you play in this deck, and that's what it is. So let's get into the extra deck, guys. That is it for the main deck. Let me see here. So first off, we're playing 3 of the, what I call the Sword Palezoic. He's the one with the big attack points. His effect is that he's unaffected by monster effects, and once per turn, if a trap card is sent to the graveyard, sent from the spell and trap card zone to the graveyard, you can activate the top card of your deck, and if it is a trap card, add it to your hand. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard once per turn during either player's turn. If a trap card, if this card has a trap card as XYZ material, which it's going to, you can detach 1 XYZ from this card, target 1 card on the field, and destroy it. So really, really wicked. I love playing it with 3. You're gonna go for this Tree Toad or this next Palezoic XYZ, which is this guy. I call him Suckerfish. No, I can't pronounce him worth a shit. But he only requires 2. This requires 3. With this guy, you put him in defense position. He's got a 24 booty. And this card is unaffected by monster effects. All the Palezoics are unaffected by monster effects. And you can activate Palezoic trap cards from your hand. If this card has a trap as XYZ material, you can detach 1 XYZ from this card. Add 1 Palezoic trap from your deck to your hand. So really, really, really neat. Then I play 3 copies of Totally Awesome. You just have to play 3 copies of Totally Awesome. This protects you from monster effects. This protects you from trap effects. This protects you from spell effects. It just protects you. Unless you special summon your aqua monsters from your deck to go into more Totally Awesomes. And it's just awesome to play this card. I know, I'm not even trying to make a pun. It's actually really good to play in this deck. That's it for your Water XYZs. That's the majority of what you're going to go into in this deck. Then I play 1 copy of Logos, the Prophet of Demolition. He's alright. I don't go into him that much, but he has some interesting effects. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ from him. Then target 1 card on the field while this card is on the field. It has its effect negated, and while this target is on the field, the cards with the same name as that target cannot be activated. So it's neat, but like I said, I'm usually going to go in and protect it with Totally Awesome the majority of the time. Sky Cavalry, because it's just Sky Cavalry. Daigusto Phoenix, because it's Daigusto Phoenix and it can attack twice. Herald, Herald of Pure Light, because I can bring crap back from the graveyard. You know, it's nice that way. Gachi. This actually searches back my Swap Frogs. So, and then we play one copy of Utopic Future, because you can go with any of these except for him and overlay for Utopic Future. But that's pretty much it. That's it for the Palezoic deck. Pretty quick, pretty straightforward. It's Frog Palezoics, but I really do actually like playing this because I've always loved trap monsters in the deck. But anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join DarkArmedAlliance down below. And tell me what you think of this deck profile. Good, bad, or ugly. Maybe a little ugly. But anyways, just playing around with you guys. But anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist, and I'm out. See you later, guys.